This episode of Dragon Ball 24/7 is sponsored by KRGB Houston. Check out their gaming reviews and streaming on YouTube and Facebook.com.
Dragon Ball Z. Dragon, come get Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon, come get Dragon Ball Z.
What is up, guys? I'm your host, Jesse Goku, and welcome to another exciting episode of Dragon Ball 24/7. Our new podcast is specifically about Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Kai, and all the video games. This episode, I'm going to be talking about the subbed version of Dragon Ball Super. Goku unleashes a new technique on Hit. Now, in the episode, I finally saw the sub version, and Goku combines his Super Saiyan God powers with Kaioken times 10. This was insane. It was Kaioken times 10. Wow. He laid out Hit. He became immune to his time skip. It was insane. Very, very good. One of the easily the best episode of Dragon Ball Super thus far. It went back to the roots of Dragon Ball Z as far as intense fight sequences goes. Goku laid out Hit, and Hit, oh my, Hit is an overpowered character. He can easily become more powerful in battle if he needs to. He increased his time skip from 0-1 to 0-2, and then eventually it went up to 0.5. I'm sorry, 0.1, 0.2, and 0.5 seconds. That is insane. And he keeps getting stronger. Vegeta even became upset because he doesn't like fighters that can improve faster than Saiyans. He said he doesn't like fighters that can power up like Saiyans and do it much faster, making Vegeta a little bit prejudiced. But at the same time, it's his pride and willingness to be the best in the universe. Now, this raises a lot of questions. Guldo from the Ginyu Force has time freeze. Now, if you're strong enough, are you completely immune to time freezing techniques? Or is it just because Goku's a god? Because Guldo he could easily be one of the strongest members of the Ginyu Force because he can easily freeze time like nothing just by holding his breath. Unfortunately, he can't hold it very long. So that's one of the questions it raises. And I'm sorry for the back noise. I do my podcast at work and it's raining really hard. There was a tornado warning. But so the stronger you are you immune to those kind of techniques, or just the fact that Goku has God Ki and it makes him that much more powerful? Because in Xenoverse, Goku was immune to Demigra's to mind control. Because he was a Super Saiyan God, he was not able to have his mind controlled by Demigra, the demon god, the final villain of Xenoverse. Spoiler alert, I'm sorry for those of you who haven't played the game. So Hit is getting more and more powerful as the battle carries on. This episode was really well done. It was fast-paced. It moved the story along. And Super has had no filler. And a lot of people were afraid that the series was going to end after this arc. But fortunately, it's not confirmed, but Akira did say that they already have another arc prepared. So you can never tell with Akira Toriyama because you think the series is going to end, but out of nowhere, out of the blue, it continues. I am loving this. This is what Dragon Ball fans have been waiting for. This episode was amazing. Episode 39 of Dragon Ball Super. If you haven't seen it, go watch it right now. Dragon Ball Z Exclusives on Facebook has the episode uploaded, both raw and subtitled. But and one of the things I want to talk about in this episode, the next episode, the battle continues and it also has the conclusion. There was a little hint that Beerus gets upset and powers up, but there's also a very small glimpse of Champa powering up, and he looks upset. One of the things someone brought up is that maybe Goku does lose this battle, but he ties with Hit, like they both knock each other out. And by default, since Beerus has another fighter, Monoka, Beerus wins by default because he still has another fighter, and Champa no longer has fighters to compete for him. That could be the ending for the tournament, and that is one of the things that I think might happen. I don't want that to happen. I actually want Goku to win, but the way Hit can grow stronger, there's just so many things, there's so many questions and unanswered, and they go unanswered. Also, you know, Goku also stated that the technique of combining Kaioken with Super Saiyan God is incomplete. Does that mean he's going to go to Kaioken times 20? Could the fusion of Kaioken and Super Saiyan God also lead to another transformation? And he said he was saving this for Beerus. So at this point, I want to believe that Goku as a Super Saiyan God with Kaioken is actually stronger than Beerus. Beerus did show a lot of concern about the technique. Wiz was disappointed in Goku, the fact that he had to reveal the technique this early on. Whis knew about the technique beforehand. Beerus doesn't know the full potential of Kaioken, but Vegeta does know. So that does make me believe that Goku could very well possibly be stronger than Beerus at this point. But the speculation on Badu's being a villain, that is still up in the air. There's a lot of evidence pointing towards her possibly being a villain, but at the same time, I really don't want her to be the villain. I really want them to bring Mira and Toa from the MMO, not the Xenoverse video game, because the MMO's storyline was much more expansive. They had more backstory. In Xenoverse, they didn't really go over their backstory. They were kind of the villains for the first half of the game, and then the second half it became about Demigra. But with that, because of the storm, I'm going to bring this video to a close. Let me know what you think in the comments below about the possibility of Goku getting another transformation, about him fully powering his Kaioken times 20 with Super Saiyan Blue and possibly being stronger than Beerus. Like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Also check out KRGB Houston, their gaming podcast streaming service channel on Facebook, and their YouTube channel. Look up KRGB Houston and stay classy.